Thank you very much. For our life coaches, has hip-hop made your job harder or easier, and why?
That's a loaded question for me.
Got a lot more ammunition coming.
Yeah, for me, it's made it harder because I deal with young women and quite frankly, adult women who have this idea that they are, you know, quote unquote video hoes or video vixens, or their idea of what a woman is capable of achieving is based on what their favorite rap artist these days is telling them in their music. And so it becomes my job to let them know that that's not the truth. That's not who you are. You come from a pure source of greatness. That you have unlimited potential, and if you find a wall, like you walk into a wall, you're punching it and you're trying to figure out how to get the door open, how to bust through the wall, the solution is within you. The solution starts in your mind. And so if you're feeding yourself all of these lyrics that tell you that you come from nothing and that this is what you are and that you're bees and hoes and all these other things, you get this idea that, well, if all these people are saying it and they're rich and they're successful, then it must somehow be true. And for the young men that we work with, I'll leave that to Tavon, but it has definitely made my job harder because you're having to reprogram the minds of these young people that, you know, and women, which is even harder than young people, coming in with this idea of who they are.
So let me ask you this before we move on to Tavon and we're going. So you're saying the girls almost want to be a part of the video vixen culture. They want to be a part of that whole negative stereotype of what black women are. Then if they choose that, how do you then kind of teach? And we're coming back to you, Janine, in a hot second. How do you teach them that that's not who you are? Because they're not getting reinforcements at home.
Right. My statement of fact in my life is that I live by example. And I'm a woman, and I'm not in videos, and I'm successful, and I run my own company, and people respect what I have to say. And so I use the examples of Oprah and the examples of the Chrisette Michelles and, you know, the Jennifer Hudsons in the world. If you want to be in that genre, then there's other examples for you to look at. So for me, it's a live by example thing. I can't, if I don't know what it's like to be addicted to something, if I don't know what it's like to come from nothing and make myself into something, then why would you listen to me? But I do. I came from nothing and I made myself something in spite of what I was seeing around me.
Okay, thank you.